So g'day and welcome back, and that was a little clip of my backyard in which all the plants are dying because it's like 35 degrees and there's no water. So today we are looking at the first decimal coins of Malawi. So if you don't know where Malawi is, go to the internet, look it up yourself, and you will find it. And yeah, they do have a nice black, red and green flag, which is one of the better flags of Africa. Okay, so in 1971, Malawi decimalised their currency. So initially they used the pound, the Malawi pound, which was a descendant of the Rhodesian New pound, and the highest coin they issued for circulation is the coin down below, so the florin, which is equivalent to the Australian florin, although it was just a base copper nickel coin. So here we have the Australian coin and we have the Malawi coin, so pretty much. And then in 1971 they changed their currency. They weren't the last country to do it. The last country was Nigeria in 1973. That's only because they had a civil war. But in 1971 Malawi decimalised their currency. It was the last in that used the Rhodesia currency. We have, wow, my wife's going crazy in the background. Okay, so decimalisation was the same as Australia, New Zealand, and it was different from the UK because the UK kept the pound, but Malawi issued the kwacha equals 100 tambala. We have Zambia, they issued the one kwacha as well, but it equaled 100 ngui. And then we have Rhodesia, they used a dollar, so $1 equals 100 cents. And initially, I'll take the coins that they didn't issue in the first instance, which are the two highest denominations. They issue coins similar to Australia as well, so they would do 1 and 2 tambalas, like 1 and 2 cent, although the size is probably a bit different. I do have those 1 and 2 cent coins I found out in the bush, and here's a 2 cent coin, here's a 2 tambala, so they're a bit smaller, so they're more like the Pacific coins. We're talking about Tonga and Samoa. Okay, the 1 and 2 tambala have new images on it. The 5 tambala, they change it from a rooster to a bird, and the 10 tambala is the same as the 1 shilling, and the 20 tambala has a florin. So initially the bronze coins are bronze up until 1983, and then they changed it copper plated steel. And these copper nickel coins were copper nickel up until 1989 when they changed them to nickel plated steel. And then in 1986 they issued the 50 tambala. So this replaced a coin that was in circulation at the time. Actually, sorry, it replaced the banknote that was in circulation at the time. And this is the coat of arms, and the has full reading, and the front of the coin has a dictator. So his name is Hastings Kamuzu Banda, and he's a pretty poor dictator because apparently only 18,000 people were murdered by him and his cohorts. So really, he was pretty bad at his job. None of this 1 to 2 million like a good dictator. Anyway, that's a dictator despot. So basically, when someone puts that's not a part of a royal family, so like the Queen Elizabeth II, so that was the institution putting her head on the coins and the country, not herself specifically, but this guy thought he was eating a bit. But pretty much dictators are just boring people. That's what I've read about. Anyway, so this one is a nickel brass. It's 11.35 and it's 30 millimeters. You can pick these up for about $5. So they're not really that expensive, but those ones that are $5 are well circulated. And then we have the highest denomination that was issued with this guy's portrait. That's the 1 kwacha, first issue 1992. And then, as far as I know, all these are minted, minted in the UK. So this is also nickel brass. It's 9.4 grams, 26 millimeters. And if you look at the side, it's also milled. But you're not going to get these two coins confused because of the size difference. Although, if you cut this one down a bit, you can probably make a 1 kwacha. But this one has a rooster. And the rooster is the same one that they issued in 1971. And here's the 1994 version. So obviously these two coins overlapped with the same design. And this is the 1 tambala, so the smallest denomination. And 1994 is the last year of issue with Mr. Dictator's head on the actual coin. Because in 1995 they issued other coins. Some of them had the coat of arms, which is this. Or some of them had another dictator's head on it. Actually, it's like the president, but it's pretty corrupt. Anyway, we'll talk about those later. So, we have also, and these are all designed and engraved by Paul Vince, who was a Hungarian engraver. Okay, so as for some vintage figures, with the 1 tambala that's made out of bronze, you are not going to really find low vintage figures like this. 1971 had 15 million. All the lowest is 1973 with 3 million. But really you're just looking for proof versions. Then we have 1994. So there's no vintage figures for any of these copper plate, most of these copper plated steel. 1984 had 201,000. 1985 is a proof version if you want to get it. 1971 to 1982, the 2 tambala was a bronze, and this one here is a copper plated steel, and it has a paradise winda. So it's a type of bird. Obviously it's got a long tail, so that's why it makes it unique and why they put on the actual coin. Now the vintage for this, 1987, is unknown. But it seems 1984 coins are pretty low mint, so 150,000 for this. Okay, so those two coins you can probably pick them up for only a few dollars. Then we have the 5, 10 and the 20 tambala. Okay, so for 1989 coins, which is the 5, you have two versions. You have a copper nickel plated steel. So you just get a magnet, put on the coin, and you know that this is the nickel plated steel because it's magnetic, and well, it's weakly magnetic, it can come off quite easily. And the mintage figures of that were unknown, but the copper nickel had a mintage of 11 million. And 1971, which is only ever copper nickel coin, is 7 million. And this coin has, what bird does that? Purple heron. So not purple heroin, purple heron. It's the same size as an Australian 5-cent coin. Then we have the 10 tambala. It has wheat on it. And 1971 being the first year of introduction is pretty high mintage, so 4 million. But 1989 is the only other year issued for circulation with 11 million. And then you got the nickel plated steel, which there's only 1 year of issue, 1989. So obviously 1989 has 2 copper nickel and nickel plated steel. Same with the 20 tambala. So we have 1971, so this coin here of only 3 million. And that was the only year issued for circulation for the 20 tambala. And in 1989, which only has the nickel plated steel coin, we have 10 million. Then there's 1994, which we don't know the mintage figures. And then these two coins, we don't have any mintage figures, but they're all, they shouldn't be too hard to get. So all of these, you should be able to pick up circulated versions for $5 or less. If you want an uncirculated version, obviously you're going to pay a bit more. But these are the Malawi coins, pretty much from 1971 to probably 1995, I believe. Yeah, what year did they issue? Okay, then in 96 they changed the size of the 50 10 baller, but they kept the size of the one kwacha when they issued newer coins with a newer design, and they kept the image of the elephants when they reduced the size of the 20 10 coin in 1996. So basically, up until 96, all these coins were in circulation, but after that time, inflation started to increase, and currently Malawi issues, well, this is the older version of the 10 kwacha. That's the highest denomination they do issue, but currently it's a nickel plated steel, and that's worth about 1 cent. So obviously I don't think they use coins anymore, they just use banknotes, and even the 20 kwacha is probably worthless. Anyway, if you wanted to buy these, you're probably talking about, as a group, probably $20 to $30. If you want to buy them individually, these ones probably about a few dollars. These ones probably about $5, roughly. That's what you're going to pay for these coins. Coin prices have just increased so much lately because people can we're not going to talk about it here, but I hope this helps you with your coins and banknotes of a dictator. Just remember, if someone not from a royal family puts their coins head on the coin, then they think that they are the best thing that ever happened to that country. Anyway, thank you very much. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time, and take care.